Hey Zelda fans, Rick here. Since TOTK released, I've been working on creating the sequel to my video Fantastic Armor and Where to Find It. Today I present Fantastic Armor, The Crimes of Ganondorf, a comprehensive guide to uncovering every piece of armor in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This video contains spoilers. If you want to experience the game for yourself, this is your chance to cut out. Timestamps are in the description and the pinned comment below for those that plan on sticking around. Before we witness a revival of a king, if you find this video helpful, share it with a friend and consider subscribing for more Zelda content. Alright, let's get some armor. Because of the tier-based map system, I'll start from the top in the sky, cover the surface in the middle, and then it's down to the depths. Beginning with the Great Sky Island, we can find the first two pieces of armor in Tears of the Kingdom, the Archaic Tunic and Legwear. You can find the Archaic Legwear as the first item, just north of the Room of Awakening. Follow the diving platforms until you reach a large room with water below. Jump into the water and the chest with the Legwear will be on your left when you get out. The Archaic Tunic can be found later in your journey on the Great Sky Island inside the Pondside Cave. These armor pieces each have a defense stat of 1. After those two are the Archaic Worm Greaves. I'm happy we don't have 5 different ways of obtaining these. The Archaic Worm Greaves are located north of the Gutenbach Shrine, inside of a giant tree stump. They have a defense stat of 2 and grant level 1 cold resistance. Moving off the Great Sky Island, I recommend unlocking all Skyview Towers. At the very least, get the first one and your paraglider. I made a guide covering them. You can find it by clicking the card above. Doing so will help you on your travels and make exploring the remainder of the Sky Islands more manageable. The next bit of armor we'll grab is the Glide outfit. Each piece is a prize for completing dive ceremonies. The Steward constructs that give these challenges reside on Valor, Courage, and Bravery Island. Complete the trial run and you'll unlock a shrine. After that, return to the Steward construct to try your hand at the actual dive ceremony. Make your way through the rings within 35 seconds to receive a piece of armor. You can find the Glide Mask on Valor Island, the Glide Shirt on Courage Island, and the Glide Tights on Bravery Island. Each part of the gear gives skydive mobility up, and when upgraded to level 2, the set bonus makes you impact proof, canceling all fall damage while you're wearing it. The following set found in the sky is a Zonaite Armor. The helm is on Lightcast Island. To get to the chest, activate the terminal on the island's northwest side, which will lower the water level, allowing you to enter the cave in the center. You'll notice light shining into the cave from the mirror above. Once you break the rocks blocking the cave's entrance, you'll see Zonaite mirror devices inside. Use the mirrors to reflect the light outside the cave, directing it to the end, adjusting each Zonaite device as you progress. Eventually, you'll come to a crystal that requires activation through light. Above this crystal lies the Zonaite Helm. Watch out as a soldier construct waits at the bottom. Technically, you could skip the crystal and grab the helm, but you'd miss out on a shrine. So use one last mirror to activate the crystal, bringing down the structure's walls. Now jump on the ledge to get the Zonaite Helm. To reach the shrine after that, make your way outside and down the stairs. Next is the Zonaite Waistguard, which is on Zonaite Forge Island. Just like the helm, you'll need to activate a terminal to get the chest containing the armor. The terminal is on the island's northeast side at the bottom. Once you've interacted with the device, wind vents will open, allowing you to reach the top of the island. At the top, you'll find an opening with many lasers inside. Dive into the space, making sure to avoid them. You'll find the waistguard hidden inside a stone structure in the forge. Drop under it, use a splash fruit to create a platform in the lava, and then use Ascend to phase through the bottom of it, giving you access to the waistguard. The last piece of the set are the Zonaite Shin Guards, located on a group of islands known as the Sky Mine, specifically the spherical one. Activating the terminal is optional for this one, although it does tie into unlocking the set of islands' names on the map. You'll find a Zonaite terminal on the lowest island that powers the launchers. Use them to ascend until you reach the highest platform with the launcher. Around it are a bunch of stone blocks. Aim the launcher at the sphere and load one of the blocks onto it to send it flying into the opening. With the block inside, make your way over to the island and use Ultra Hand to move it onto the pressure plate. Pressing the plate will trigger the entrance to move, revealing the chamber housing the Zonaite Shin Guards. Now use Ascend to get on top of the sphere and glide down to the opening where the Shin Guards are. Alternatively, you could bypass the terminal and launchers altogether. First, make sure you have enough Zonaite in your inventory. Using Ultra Hand, capture one of the blocks in your auto build catalog by attaching an item to it. Then fly over to the sphere and use auto build to create a block over the plate. From there, you can ascend to get to the top of the sphere and carefully paraglide to the opening, where you'll find the chest waiting. Remember to activate the terminal before leaving to log the map location. Wearing all three parts of the Zonaite set will give you level 3 energy up, making your battery last much longer. When you upgrade it to level 2, it gives a bonus energy recharge, which allows your battery to recharge at a much faster rate. The last thing I'd like to mention about the Zonaite set is the hidden ability attached to the helm. When equipped, it allows Minaru's avatar to wear a matching helm, increasing its attack power. Diving to the surface brings us to Central Hyrule. Beginning from Lookout Landing, you can find the Hylian set for sale at Mub's General Store for 320 rupees. Later in your journey, once you've completed the side adventure, the Mayoral Election in Hateno Village, you can find the armor for sale at Ventesse Clothing Boutique. This is also where you can have Cece alter your Hylian hood. If you'd like to have one up and one down, before purchasing the second hood, talk to Cece and have her put the hood in your inventory down. Then proceed to buy the second item. Each piece of the gear comes with a base defense of 3 and can be fully upgraded to 20, giving the full set 60 points in defense. Following that is a soldier's armor. All three parts of the set are inside the Royal Hidden Passage. At the start of the game, the entrance to the passage inside the emergency shelter at Lookout Landing is blocked. If you want to enter via this route, you'll have to return here after clearing one of the main dungeons in the game. Otherwise, you can access the passage at any point in your adventure by visiting either Hyrule Castle's observation room or the entrance near the guard's chamber. Both are viable options. Taking the observation route, the first piece of the set you'll come across is a soldier's armor. Break the rocks blocking the entrance to the room containing the armor. Once you've made it through, 2 stall enemies will await you on the other side. Take them out and head to the second room on the right. You'll see a boulder blocking a hole. Use Ultra Hand to move the boulder, drop down, head to the other side, and then use Ascend to reach the chest. Inside, you'll find one last stall enemy. Defeat it, and the chest is yours. As you make your way through the Royal Hidden Passage, the next piece of armor you'll find is a soldier's helm. Eventually, you'll come into a chamber with water in it. Across the water is a room containing the soldier's helm. Break the rocks and swim over to the entrance. To the left is an ice lake, and on the other side is the helm. Continuing through the vastness of the Royal Hidden Passage brings us to the soldier's Greaves. They're in a room behind a bunch of rocks close to the emergency shelter's entrance. A standard like light guards the Greaves. The pieces of the soldier's armor come with a base defense of 4, which maxes out at 28, giving the whole set 84 points in defense with no added effect. Heading into Hyrule Castle, we can find the Royal Guard set. The Royal Guard cap is in Princess Zelda's room. The Royal Guard uniform is in the guard's chamber, and the Royal Guard boots are in the king's study. Each part of the set comes with a defense stat of 4, and when upgraded to level 2, it grants the bonus charge attack stamina up, reducing the amount of stamina consumed when performing a charge attack. After the Royal Guard set is the Champion's Leathers. This armor is attached to a side quest called A New Champion's Tunic. Although it's not required to obtain it, I recommend picking it up as you'll find the well-worn hairband in the process. Go to Zelda's secret well in Hateno Village and read her diary to find the quest. The hairband will be in a chest to the left of the table. The quest will point you back to Hyrule Castle, where you can find the champion's leathers in the sanctum, hidden in a secret compartment. Lighting the torches in front of the throne unlocks the box revealing the leathers. The well-worn hairband is purely for looks and gives no defense or abilities. The champion's leathers comes with a base defense stat of 5 and grants a hidden power, which allows you to use the Master Sword's beam without full hearts. Moving on, we come to Necluda. Our first stop in this region is Kakariko Village. Here you can find both the Stealth and Radiant set for sale at Enchanted. At the start of the game, both sets are selling for an outrageous 15,000 rupees, 5,000 per piece. Unfortunately, the owner of Enchanted Clary had to raise the prices in the shop because her grandmother came into contact with gloom and fell ill. To lower the cost of the outfits in the shop, you must finish the quest Gloomborn Illness. You can get it by talking to Clary's sister Leslie, who is up the road from Enchanted, sitting by a fire. Leslie's attempting to find a cure for her grandmother's gloom sickness by making porridge, but she's yet to come up with any breakthroughs. Take the list of ingredients for porridge, Hylian rice, fresh milk, and wild greens. Switch out the wild greens for a sundelion and cook them in a pot, giving you sunny veggie porridge. Now talk to Leslie to provide her with the porridge which will cure her grandmother. With the quest done, you can return to Enchanted and find the stealth set selling for 1800 rupees. Each part of the outfit grants stealth up, and at level 2 it gives the set bonus night speed up, increasing your movement speed at night. Before you leave, grab the Radiant set, which has also had a price drop, bringing it to 1600 rupees for the full set. When you first get it, the Radiant Armor doesn't do much other than glow in the dark. But once it reaches level 2 via upgrades, its set bonus Stall Disguise kicks in, allowing you to blend in with stall enemies. Plus, it has a secondary bonus called Bone Weapon Proficiency, increasing the attack power of bone-type weapons. It's time to go to Lurelin to get the Island Lobster shirt. This armor is associated with an optional quest called Dad's Blue Shirt. You can get the quest after ridding Lurelin of its pirate problem and helping Bolson rebuild the restaurant. Keep in mind that the side quests and adventures involving Lurelin Village are optional when obtaining the Island Lobster shirt. So if you want to skip the busy work, go to the location on the map above. Once you've reached the beach, move a wood plank into the water close to the chest containing the shirt. Swim over to the plank and use Ultra Hand to grab the chest. For those that want details on all the side content, another quest, Village Attacked by Pirates, can be picked up at Lookout Landing's armor shop after completing 2 of the main dungeons in the game. You can either grab it on your way out to Lurelin or get it after helping the village. Here's the breakdown on everything. The Village Attacked by Pirates quest will take you to Lurelin, where you'll find Bolson on a cliff looking down at the village filled with monsters. Talk to him to receive the side adventure Ruffian Infested Village. From this point, you can glide down to the beach and use Ultra Hand to get the chest containing the Island Lobster shirt in the water. After that, clear the village of all the monsters to finish the adventure. With that done, Bolson will come down and give you the Lurelin Village Restoration Project. While you won't have to complete this adventure to get the quest Dad's Blue Shirt, you must collect all the required materials. Bolson will need 15 logs and 20 bundles of Hylian rice to rebuild the village. You can bring the logs to Bolson all at once or gradually. As for the Hylian rice, you can either farm it by cutting tall grass, purchase some from traveling merchants, or buy the rice from one of the general stores in the game. The farming route is what I recommend, as you won't have to waste any rupees or time waiting on loading screens. Just use a two-handed weapon and start doing yard work around the village, and you'll have 20 bundles in about the same amount of time it will take you to go to every general store. With all of the rice in your inventory and the logs collected, you can start rebuilding by speaking to Bolson. If you want to promptly clear Dad's Blue Shirt, rebuild the restaurant first. Once you've done that, the family that runs the restaurant will return to the village, allowing you to talk to Zuta, who will give you the quest. If you followed this guide, you already got the shirt, so you can turn the quest in immediately. From there, finish the restoration project and return to Lookout Landing to turn in Village Attacked by. Sadly, it only comes with a defense stat of 1 and can't be upgraded. However, it does come with its perks. Wearing it gives you a level 1 heat resistance. Plus, the shirt comes with a hidden ability, Wake Wind, allowing you to propel vehicles with a sail attached to them at a slightly faster rate. The last stop in Necluda is Hateno Village, where you can find Cece's Hat at Ventest Clothing. To obtain the hat, you must complete a series of side adventures leading to the mayoral election in Hateno Village. To begin, visit Ventest Clothing, where you'll find Sophie speaking with a group of tourists. The shop only has room for one guest, causing the group to move on. Once they are gone, Sophie will allow you to enter the shop. Inside, you'll find Cece admiring her latest creation, the Cece Hat. After a moment, Mayor Reed will barge in, upset about Cece's changes to the village. This argument causes Cece to challenge Reed to an election. After the conversation, Cece will give you the side adventure Team Cece or Team Reed, where you must go around the village and give Mayor Reed supporters a Hylian shroom to convince them to vote for Cece. There are 8 villagers that you will need to provide a Hylian shroom. Here's a map of all of their general locations. Once you have given each Reed supporter a shroom, you can return to Cece to complete the adventure. While doing this, you can also pick up the rest of the side adventures required to start the election. One is Cece's Secret, which you can get by talking to Sophie out front of Ventest Clothing. To finish it, build a campfire and wait until night near Ventest Clothing. Find an opening leading inside. Below will be Cece secretly snacking on plain old vegetables. When the scene ends, it will be daytime. Head back outside and speak with Sophie to inform her of the situation. The following 2 you should get on your way around the village are a new signature food by talking to Mayor Reed, and Reed's Secret by talking to Reed's wife, Clavia. Both of them can normally be found in the mayor's house. I'll tell you how to complete Reed's Secret first. Clavia is worried about her husband and wants you to find out what he's up to in his shed late at night. The shed is locked during the day, so you must use Ascend to enter from below it. Wait until midday and head to any of the entrances to the Hateno Village well. All of them lead to the location under Reed's shed. Use your map to match your location inside the well with Mayor Reed's shed above it. Then use Ascend to phase through the floor. The area to use Ascend is right in front of a small hole in the wall of the well. Once inside, you can read the mayor's diary, revealing that he's been attempting to create a new kind of pumpkin inspired by Cece. Return to Clavia to fill her in. Before the election begins, you need to get the final side adventure, which is linked to finishing a new signature food. When going to Hateno Pasture to give Koyin a Hylian shroom for Cece, you'll get the adventure A Letter to Koyin. In the pond is a letter to Koyin from her grandfather. Fish the bottle out of the water and bring it back to Koyin. Her grandfather left instructions on making cheese, precisely what Mayor Reed has been looking for. Go to Koyin's house where she unveils Hateno cheese, giving you some as a reward. Now go to the mayor's house to turn in a new signature food. With all of that done, you can speak with Sophie again to get the mayoral election side adventure. Speak with her once more to start the cutscene. When the election is over, return to Ventest Clothing and speak with Cece to finish the adventure, receiving the Cece Hat as a gift. On top of the Cece Hat, you will now have access to the second location for the Hylian set, Royal Guard uniform, and Royal Guard boots. Cece also has a collection of outfits that she sells. These are pieces of armor that you've acquired throughout your journey, so if you've sold an item, you can return here to purchase it again from Cece. All of the outfits that appear in Cece's collection are in the spreadsheet provided for this video. One last thing you can do now is put the Hylian hood up or down. While wearing the hood, speak with Cece. She will prompt you with the option. Leaving Necluda, we dive into the waters of the Lanayru region, home to the Zora set. The first piece you should acquire is the Zora Armor. To do this, you must complete the quest Restoring the Zora Armor, which you can get by interacting with Yona after cleaning Sidon statue. When you initially arrive in Zora's domain, Yona will be too busy cleaning up sludge to talk to you about the armor. First, you must finish the quest, the Sludge-Covered Statue. Find Yona in front of Sidon's statue, which is covered in gunk. Use a water-based item to wash it away. Then speak with Yona to trigger a scene, collecting and concluding the quest simultaneously. You can now speak with Yona at the domain's infirmary under the throne room to get the main quest, Restoring the Zora Armor. She needs 1 ancient arowana. If you still need to get the fish, the closest location to find one is at the top of Ploymus Mountain, swimming in the water under Mipha's statue. While you're up there, take the chance to speak with Sidon, as you will need to complete the dungeon in this area to get the Zora Greaves. Return to the infirmary and give Yona the ancient arowana, allowing her to repair the armor. From here, continue the main quest, Sidon of the Zora, until you come to Floating Scales Island, where you can find the Zora Helm. Glide down to the tail end of the island and you'll find a passage covered by sludge. Wash it away with a water-based item and you'll find the helm in a chest at the end of the path. The Zora Helm also has a side quest which will be available after you finish the dungeon for this region. So for now, finish Sidon of the Zora, taking you through the water temple and back to Zora's domain. With that done, you can grab 2 side quests. One is the Never-Ending Lecture, which is linked to the Zora Helm. In the throne room, you'll find Kyra and her sister Chroma, who have been told to help find the Zora Helm. Chat with them to receive the side quest. Since you already have it, the quest will be fulfilled once the conversation is done. The second side quest is a token of friendship, leading you to the Zora Greaves. You can pick up the quest by speaking with Yona. Once you conquer the water temple, the water level in the ancient Zora waterworks will drop, letting you enter the area where the Greaves are located. From the main room of the waterworks, go slightly northwest until you reach a hole in the ground. Drop into the water and then head inside to the next chamber. In this area are 3 waterfalls. Behind the one in the middle lies the chest containing the Zora Greaves. A luminous talus guards the waterfall. If you're quick enough, you can ignore the talus altogether. Gathering the Greaves concludes the side quest, A Token of Friendship. With the Zora set in your inventory, let me discuss some of its perks. Each piece of the gear will increase your swimming speed. The helm also gives you the ability to perform a spin attack in the water, while the armor lets you swim up waterfalls. Once you upgrade the set to level 2, it gains the bonus swim dash stamina up, which reduces the amount of stamina used for a swim dash attack. Now that all of that is done, we can move on to the next item to find in the domain, Vah Ruda's Divine Helm. To obtain the helm at any point in your adventure, visit the cave under Zora's domain. However, you can only access a side quest leading to the helm after finishing the main quest in the region. Once you've finished Sidon of the Zora, you can return to him in the throne room and he will give you the quest, The Secret Treasure Under the Great Fish. If you already have the helm, the quest will complete itself automatically. Otherwise, it will do so once you've found it. Vah Ruda's helm has a base defense stat of 2 and maxes out at 16. It also comes with the ability Swim Speed Up. Although, what's truly unique about this headgear is that it allows Sidon's avatar to don the helm once worn by the ancient Sage of Water, increasing his attack power. The last thing I'd like to mention is Vah Ruda's helm also drops from the champion Mipha amiibo. With the water temple finished and Vah Ruda's helm in your possession, you'll need a weapon to go with it. That's the Lightscale Trident. You can get this item by finishing the quest Glory of the Zora. It's given by Dento, the Zora blacksmith. He's stationed in his workshop, the Hammerhead, which is behind the Coral Reef General Store in Zora's domain. Talk with Dento and he'll tell you to bring him a few things to create the trident. 5 pieces of flint, 3 diamonds, and a Zora spear. Collect the items Dento needs and bring them to him so that he can craft a new Lightscale Trident. Now we come to the Eldin region. The Flamebreaker set is essential to exploring the lava-filled caves near Death Mountain. You can purchase the entire set in Goron City at Ripped and Shredded for 3,300 rupees. Another spot you can buy the chest piece of the armor is the shop near Yunobo Co. HQ. Each part grants Flame Guard, and when upgraded to level 2, the set bonus makes you fireproof. Luckily, the next piece of armor is also simple to obtain. Vah Rudania's Divine Helm is just like Vah Ruda's. You can pick it up at any point in your playthrough, but the quest tied to it can only be obtained after finishing the Fire Temple. To get it, listen to Boldo's conversation with Yunobo in the center of Goron City. Doing so will give you the quest, The Hidden Treasure at Lizard Lakes, pointing to Lizard's Burrow where you can find Vah Rudania's Divine Helm. The headpiece has the effect Flame Guard Up and allows Yunobo's avatar to wear the helm of the Ancient Sage of Fire, raising his attack power. This helm can also be acquired by scanning the champion Daruk amiibo. Since you're in Goron City, you'll want to get the Boulder Breaker. Once Yunobo's questline is done, go to Rohan's Forge and interact with Fugo to get the quest Soul of the Gorons. Fugo gave up on making his own Boulder Breaker and sold the materials he had to finish it for marbled rock roast. Now that you've cleared the temple, Fugo and the other Gorons have come to their senses. Yet, Boldo has given up on training him because of the incident. To gain Boldo's respect, Fugo needs to finalize the work he started on his Boulder Breaker. Of course, he'll need some help. Gather a cobble crusher, 3 diamonds, and 5 pieces of flint, and return to the forge to give the items to Fugo so he can complete his Boulder Breaker. He'll give it to you as a reward for helping him out. Stepping out of the heat, we reach the Hebra region. The first set to acquire is a Snowquill Armor. It can be bought from Brazen Beak for 2,150 rupees. All 3 parts have the effect Cold Resistance, although this only stacks twice. And when upgraded to level 2, the set bonus makes you unfreezable. Continuing, let's cover one of the more complicated outfits to obtain in the Hebra region, the Froggy set. The ensemble is on display at the Lucky Clover Gazette. The parts of the outfit are given as bonuses for progressing through the side adventure Potential Princess Sightings, which you can get by talking to Tracy, the editor of the Gazette. She'll have you partner with Pen to report Princess Zelda's whereabouts. Go around the map to each of the stables listed above and complete the 12 side adventures of the questline. Pen will be located at or near each of the stables where a side adventure is available, so make sure to keep an eye out for him. As you complete adventures, Tracy will give you rewards through Pen. Once you've completed 4 of them, you will receive the Froggy Sleeve. Complete 9, and you will get the Froggy Leggings. Finish all 12, and you get the Froggy Hood when you turn in Potential Princess Sightings to Tracy at the Gazette. The Froggy outfit is a blessing to have in this game. Together, the set gives you level 3 slip resistance, and when upgraded to level 2, it makes you slip proof. Climbing in the rain will never be the same after you acquire the Froggy set. Now that you have the details on the outfit, let me explain the 12 side adventures that you have to complete in order to get it. The first one I'll cover is Zelda's Golden Horse. You can get this side adventure at the Snowfield stable in Hebra. Go around to the side of the stable where you'll find Pen talking to Harlow. Zelda's Golden Horse is taken off, and it's up to you to retrieve it. Head north of the stable, ensuring to stay out of the range of the Frostgleok on the way. Eventually, you'll come across Zelda's Golden Horse near a set of ruins. Tame the horse. Now bring it back to the stable to Harlow to complete the adventure, bagging you a golden steed and a few other goodies. The second side adventure, Serenade to a Great Fairy, can be found at the Woodland stable. You'll find Pen talking to Mastro about Zelda and the Great Fairy Terra. Apparently, Zelda is the one who caused the Great Fairy to retreat into her flower. When Mastro went to investigate, Zelda jumped out of a bush, scaring his horse and causing his wagon to break. Mastro wants to go up to the Great Fairy so he can play music for her in hopes she will leave the confines of her bud. After talking with Pen and Mastro, fix the wagon by adding new wheels. Now attach a horse with a towing harness or a vehicle of your choice to the wagon. With it repaired and connected to a vehicle, talk to Mastro to offer him a ride to the ferry. Bring him to Terra and he will lure her out with his music, completing the side adventure. Now you can access the first of the Great Fairies in the game. You can use them to upgrade your armor. If you want to find the rest of the Great Fairies, skip to that portion of the video by clicking the timestamp below. The third side adventure I'll go over is 4 Hour Princess. You can find it at the Foothills stable in Eldin Canyon. The members of the Zonaite survey team stationed at the Foothills stable have all stripped down to their underpants. Princess Zelda supposedly ordered this. A couple of men have traveled up the road to a monster den looking for a challenge. Go to the Foothill Monster Den and show those knuckleheads how it's done. Talk to the pair at the entrance. They'll hold on to your equipment. Go inside the den and swiftly take out the monsters occupying it. When you've killed all of the enemies, exit the cave to tell the men of your victory. Now journey back to the Foothill stable where you'll find Pen and the other members of the Zonaite survey team. Talk to them to wrap up the side adventure, revealing that the Zonaite survey team misinterpreted Zelda's orders. Number 4 is the All Clucking Cucco. You can find the side adventure at the South Akala stable. Rumor has it a Cucco has been telling fortunes at Canalet Ridge. Go and communicate with the Cucco to investigate. It'll present you with 2 trials. One is reaching the top of the South Akala stable's head under the time limit. The second trial is to bring the Cucco 3 logs within the time limit. Finish both and you'll find out that the Cucco is a member of the Yiga clan in disguise. 3 of them will then ambush you. Defeat them to bring the story to a close. Because this is the 4th side adventure, you should receive the Froggy Sleeve as a bonus. The fifth side adventure is the missing farm tools, which you can get by speaking with Pen at the Wetland Stable. Princess Zelda borrowed the farm tools here at the stable some time ago and promised to return them. A man named Isra is the one who lent her the tools. He can be found down by Hylia River watching the stable's raft. Go down to the river and speak with Isra. Zelda took the tools to Floret Sandbar. Isra needs you to take him downstream to see what happened to them. Speak with him again to tell him that you'll take him to Floret Sandbar. With Isra on the raft, cut the rope. Whether you'd like to ride the river's current or attach a fan and steering stick to reach your destination faster is up to you. Either way, the river will take you straight to the sandbar. When you get there, Flower Blight Ganon will appear, informing you that Zelda borrowed the tools to work on her plant sanctuary, intending to return them. However, as you know, Zelda has gone missing, not to mention the upheaval destroyed the sanctuary. To fix the place, Magna kept the tools, causing the delay in their return. Finish the remainder of the cutscene, bringing the side adventure to a close. Halfway done with potential princess sightings. Number 6 brings us to the Riverside Stable for the Gourmet's Gone Missing side adventure. Pen is up the hill from the stable. As usual, talk to him to get the adventure. A group of regular guests have yet to show up. They were supposed to meet with the stable chef Goater to share one of Princess Zelda's recipes with him. You can talk to Goater for more information, but it's optional. Cross the Owlin Bridge from the stable and follow the road into the woods. Soon enough you'll come across a campsite to the right of the road. Here you'll find the guests who have become ill from eating a bad batch of meat and rice. Gather and cook raw meat, rock salt, and Hylian rice in a pot to make a meat and rice bowl. Now give it to one of them, fixing up the entire group with one meal. They'll then get back on the road to the Riverside Stable. Pen will swoop down to finish Gourmet's Gone Missing. Number 7, Princess Zelda Kidnapped, can be snatched by talking to Pen on top of the Dueling Peaks stable. According to him, the Yiga clan is claiming to have kidnapped Zelda. From the stable, go to the top of the south side of the Dueling Peaks to find what looks to be Zelda trapped in a metal cage. This is a ruse. Lift the cage and get ready to be ambushed. 3 foot soldiers will appear. Dispatch them and then Pen will come down, finishing another side adventure. 8 is at the Highland Stable. The adventure is an Eerie Voice. Pen is in front of the stable. A voice has been heard coming from the Heron Lakefront well. Go with Pen to investigate and meet up with him near the well. As you get closer, you'll hear a voice singing, leave the arms, for if not, I'll do you harm." Jump down into the well. Inside is a lady singing at the end. It turns out the whole thing was a misunderstanding. She was actually singing, seek the storm, fear it not, you will stay warm. Because of the confusion, travelers have been freaked out by the song coming from the well, leading to them throwing their weapons into it. With that figured out, Pen will want all the details so he can report back to the paper, concluding the adventure. Onward to the Gerudo Canyon Stable. This is where you can find the blocked well. Pen is standing in front of it. Princess Zelda has shut down the well due to it being filled with monsters. Go inside and break the rocks blocking the path into the next room. Inside you'll find 4 Lizalfos and a like. Take them out and tie up number 9, giving you the froggy leggings. Number 10 takes us to the Outskirts Stable, where you can find the adventure, The Beckoning Woman. Pen is down the road from the stable talking to Nell. A woman was seen asking for help near the 3-way intersection further down the road. Nell tried to help the woman, but couldn't keep up. Go to the intersection and you'll find a woman named Rolera. Her friend needs help. Of course, this is another Yiga ambush. Go along with it from here. She'll want you to meet her down the road. There are monsters on the way, so either sneak past them or take them out as you go to meet Rolera. Next, she'll want you to climb a cliff. Do so and meet her at the top. Finally, Rolera will want you to meet her on the Great Plateau, where she'll ambush you with 2 friends. Kill them, and afterwards, Pen will come down, wrapping up the story. 2 more to go. Tabantha is our next stop. Pen is in the back of the stable. Talk to him to start investigating the side adventure, White Goats Gone Missing. After that, you can speak with Chork about his missing goats, although it's optional. Chork lost the recipe that Zelda left him to help feed the goats, leading to him feeding them whole pine cones instead of grinding them into a powder. The goats didn't like this very much and ran off. From the corral, you can follow a trail of pine cones leading from Tabantha Stable to the Ceres Scablands. The goats didn't just run away, they found the recipe. Thus ends another side adventure. Let's discuss the final side adventure, a part of potential princess sightings. You can find it at the New Serene stable. Pen will give you the side adventure, The Beast and the Princess. Rumors are spreading that Zelda has been seen riding a giant beast. The creature has been sighted in the Faron region, our next stop. Go to Baroness Forest, where you'll find the Don Sanctuary, an area that Princess Zelda set up for the new species she discovered. It's a nice Easter egg to the announcement trailer where Link and Zelda are traveling with one. After learning about the Dons from Sema, Pen will swoop down, ending the 12th side adventure required to complete potential princess sightings. Don't forget to return to Tracy to turn in the adventure, giving you the Froggy Hood. Coming off of that complicated side adventure, you can snag Va Meadow's Divine Helm found in the North Byron Snowshelf Cave. This helm is accompanied by the side quest, Treasure of the Secret Springs, which can be received after completing the Wind Temple. Once that is accomplished, return to Tolan at Rito Village to get the quest. Now go to the North Byron Snowshelf Cave. The entrance is blocked by ice. Use a fire-based weapon or material to melt it, gaining you access to the cave. Inside, rocks block the hole leading to the cave's main chamber. Break them and drop into the room below. At the bottom will be an air vent. Many breakable walls are above. The objective is to raise the water level to move the statue blocking the chest. Take out your map to match the walls to the 3 secret hot springs. Now take the air vent up and break the corresponding barriers. When the water level has risen enough, the statue will move, allowing you to grab the helm. Va Meadow's Divine Helm grants level 1 cold resistance and has a unique ability allowing Tolan's avatar to equip the Sage of Wind's helm, buffing his attack power. This item can also be obtained by scanning the champion Revali amiibo. On to another bonus item, the Great Eagle Bow. Teba will give Tolan his Great Eagle Bow when you have finished the Wind Temple. Because of this, Teba requires a new bow and is willing to prepare another one just for you. Speak with Teba in Rito Village to get the side quest Legacy of the Rito. To make your Great Eagle Bow, Teba needs a swallow bow, 5 bundles of wood, and 3 diamonds. Collect all the materials Teba needs and then return them to him in Rito Village so he can craft your new bow. Continuing our journey takes us to the Gerudo Desert. The first set you'll likely find when coming into this region is the Desert Voe Armor, essential to traveling the harsh terrain. At the Desert Oasis, you can find the Voe headband for sale at Fashion Passion's new location for 450 rupees. Sala will hint at the remaining 2 pieces of the set at the secret club in Gerudo Town. Since the upheaval, a large crate has blocked the door. You'll have to find another way in. Towards the front of Gerudo Town, you can find an entrance that leads under the shop. Take that and you'll see some rocks to your left. Break through all of the rocks until you get to a set of Gerudo ruins. This is where you can use Ascend to teleport through the floor, bringing you into the Gerudo Secret Club. You can find the Desert Voe Spalder and the Desert Voe Trousers sold for 1950 rupees. All 3 pieces of the Desert Voe Armor give heat resistance, stacking twice, and once it's upgraded to level 2, it grants a set bonus Shock Damage Resist. Before you leave the club, you can find 2 more pieces of armor for sale. The snow and sand boots are on the opposite side of the club. You can buy the snow boots for 1300 rupees and the sand boots for 1200. Each of the boots comes with the ability to make walking through their respective terrains easier. The snow boots come with snow speed up, and the sand boots come with sand speed up. After the Gerudo Secret Club, you should get some jewelry for your collection. Before you complete the questline for the Sage of Lightning, you'll only have access to half the jewelry sold at Starlight Memories. If you haven't already, sneak into the shelter under Gerudo Town, where you can find the 3 pieces of jewelry I was referring to at Starlight Memories' temporary location. The Ruby Circlet, Sapphire Circlet, and Amber Earrings are now the only ones for sale. From here, complete the dungeon in the region, clearing the Sand Shroud and allowing the Gerudo people to retake the town, emerging from their shelter. Starlight Memories will reopen and sell the other 3 pieces of jewelry. The stats for each of the items can be found in the spreadsheet below. From there, let's take a look at Vana Boris's Divine Helm. Like the others before, you'll have to complete the Sage questline for this region to obtain the side quest Treasure of the Gerudo Desert. It can be acquired by speaking with Riju after finishing the temple. The quest will send you to the West Gerudo underground ruins. Here you must break through a bunch of rocks to get to the chest containing the helm on the other side. Inside are Gerudo statues that help point the way through the rubble. Follow the path laid out by the statues until you break through to the other side. Vanaboris' Divine Helm comes with shock resistance and gives Riju's avatar a sweet-looking mask while increasing their attack power. This helm can also be acquired by scanning the Champion Urbosa amiibo. With the Divine Helm in your inventory, you might want the sword and shield that go with it, the Scimitar of the Seven and the Daybreaker shield. You can gain them by completing the quest Pride of the Gerudo. To unlock the quest, you need to do two things. One is finishing the Lightning Temple, and the other is completing the side quest, The Missing Owner. To get the Missing Owner quest, talk to Kara. Before the Lightning Temple, Kara is in the Gerudo shelter, and after the temple, she's at Starlight Memories. Isha, the shop owner, went to Taruma Dunes to find adornments to craft more jewelry, and is yet to return to town. It's your job to find her. Travel to Taruma Dunes, where Isha is on a rock cowering from a Molduga. Kill the Molduga, and Isha will go back to town. Now meet her and Kara at Starlight Memories to complete the quest, giving you a diamond as a reward and opening up Pride of the Gerudo. Speak with Isha once more to get the quest. She wants to make the Scimitar of the Seven and the Daybreaker shield as a thank you for rescuing her. Isha will need 4 diamonds, 10 pieces of flint, a Gerudo Scimitar, and a Gerudo shield to craft them. Go out and find the materials Isha needs, and then return them to her to obtain the Scimitar of the Seven and the Daybreaker shield. The Yiga set is next. I've pulled a bait and switch. The armor isn't exactly in the Gerudo region. Instead, you can find the side adventure linked to gathering the parts of the outfit here. In addition, they are required to gain entry to the Yiga clan hideout containing the Lightning Helm. Go to the entrance of the Yiga clan's hideout where Mimos will attempt to join their ranks. Listening to his conversation with the guards reveals that the armor is in 3 different Yiga clan branches. Finishing the interaction gives you the infiltrating the Yiga clan side adventure. Now go to the 3 separate branches and defeat the members defending them. The Yiga mask is on the Great Plateau inside what used to be the old man's house. Beating the members and going inside shows that they kidnapped a designer to make the mask. Talk to Pitar to free them, rewarding you with the mask. The Yiga armor is inside Robbie's old lab. Once you've killed the Yiga clan members occupying the lab, you can rescue Konba, gifting you the armor. Last up are the Yiga Tights inside the clan's Merida branch, a cave system west of Korok Forest. Enter the branch and dispatch the guards. Look up and you'll see a hole in the ceiling where the Tights are hiding. Use Ascend, bringing you into the room where Eliza is waiting to be rescued. Talk to her to receive the Tights, completing the quest. All that's left to do is to return to the Yiga clan's hideout while wearing the outfit to gain access, wrapping up the side adventure, infiltrating the Yiga clan hideout. When worn together, the Yiga outfit comes with a disguise allowing you to blend in with the members of the Yiga clan. Each part of the set also increases your stealth, and when it's upgraded to level 2, you get the set bonus Night Speed Up, increasing your movement speed at night. Now that you've gained entry to the Yiga clan's hideout, you can get the Lightning Helm. It's in the back of the hideout where the members train. The helm is on display as a prize for completing all of the sparring sessions this Yiga Blade Master presents. The first challenge is to defeat 3 enemy combatants within 1 minute. Do so and you will receive the Yiga Fabric. The second sparring session has you take out 6 members in 1 minute, winning you the Earthquake Manual, allowing you to perform the secret move of the Blade Master. Finally, the last challenge is defeating 9 enemies in 1 minute. Kill off all the enemies within the time limit to receive the Lightning Helm as a reward. This is a knockoff version of the Gerudo's treasured heirloom, the Thunder Helm. Luckily, the Yiga clan did their research and it works exactly the same. Donning the Lightning Helm makes you lightning proof, impervious to all electricity, and it gives you a defense stat of 3. The Pharaon region is where you can find the charge set. Unfortunately, this outfit can't be obtained until you've completed Regional Phenomenon, started the main quest Find the Fifth Sage, and progressed far enough in the quest Secret of the Ring Ruins. Before this point in your adventure, the armor will be locked away. The set is accessible once Secret of the Ring Ruins directs you to the Pharaon region. Each collection piece is located inside Zonaite ruins marked by a stone dragon. The charged headdress is near the tail end of Drakuzu River. The charged shirt is close to Drakuzu Lake, and the charged trousers can be found near the middle of Drakuzu River. Together, the charged set gives you level 3 Stormy Weather attack, making it so the final swing in a combo and charge attacks generate electricity in Stormy Weather. When the whole set is upgraded to level 2, it gives the bonus Stormy Weather charge.
Okay, with all of the regions finished, we have to run around the map again to grab the remainder of the armor on the surface. To kick off this section of the video, let's review the armor sold by Colton.
Colton is Kilton's little brother. He has a dream of one day becoming a Satori. To fulfill his dream, Colton needs bubble gems. These gems can be collected from Bubble Frog, who make their home in caves around Hyrule. To purchase all of Colton's inventory, you'll need a total of 46 bubble gems. You must first interact with Kilton and Colton to unlock the Fang and Bone. They can be found investigating Pico Pond Cave behind the Woodland Stable. Talk to Kilton and Colton will return, filling you in on his dream of becoming a Satori. Give him one bubble gem and he'll provide you with the Bokoblin mask. After the encounter, Colton can be found at night in any of the 7 locations highlighted above. I chose to visit him at the Lookout Landing location. From here, exchange your bubble gems for Colton's entire inventory.
Listed above will be the items Colton has available.
The monster masks provide a disguise fitting the enemy they resemble,
and the Mystic set offers an effect called Rupee Padding, making it so that you lose rupees instead of hearts when hit. Keep in mind you're not invincible. The set does come with its limitations as it can only soak up 11.25 hearts or 45 hit points. Anything over that threshold and you will certainly take damage. Each part of the armor gives you 12 hit points of padding. Add the 9 extra hit points of defense from the complete set, and it brings the total to 45 hit points. Anyhow, it's an excellent nod to the magic armor from Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Misko's treasure is the last of the armor that can be found on Hyrule's surface. 9 armor sets can be found scattered across the map. The first one we'll snatch is the climbing set. The climbing bandana can be found in the back of Ploymus Mountain Cave. The cave walls are slippery. This would be a perfect time to use the Froggy set. Or you could cheese it with bombs. Next, the climbing gear is located inside the North Hyrule Plain cave behind a waterfall. Go to the cave's north entrance. It's a small hole in the ground close to New Serene Stable. Drop into the cave and you'll see a waterfall below you. It has one of Misko's markers in front of it, and behind the waterfall is the gear. Last are the climbing boots, found in the Uplands Arana Byroad. The cave has 2 entrances. Go to the one to the south of the Skyview Tower. Inside you'll come to a fork. Take the opening on the right. A rock-like will be waiting for you, so watch out for that. Keep on the path until you reach vines blocking an opening on the right-hand side. Break the vines and enter the next chamber. Inside are a bunch of ruins submerged in water. You need to drain the water to get the boots. Go to the back of the ruins where you can find a gate that you can move using Ultra Hand. Lift the gate, which will drain the water, allowing you to drop down and grab the climbing boots from the room below. Each part of the climbing set increases your climbing speed, and when upgraded to level 2, the set bonus provides Climb Jump Stamina Up. The rubber set is the next portion of Misko's treasure I'll show you where to find. The helm is found at the end of Sarjon Wood's cave. Create a raft of your liking and float your way to the helm. Make sure to prepare as the cave has a few enemies to take out on the way. Following the helm is a rubber armor located in the Whistling Hill cave. When you first get to the cave, the entrance will be blocked by rocks. Destroy the rocks and enter the cave. Kill the Keese as you come in and then you will drop down into a chamber. Take the opening to the right that's blocked by vines. This will take you deeper into the cave system. Below is a group of Stallbakos that can easily be skipped. Past the stall enemies is a ledge you'll need to climb up. Do so and you'll come to a corridor with a rock-like at the top. Avoid its attacks as you make your way up to kill it. At the end you'll find more stones blocking the opening to the chamber where the armor resides. Break it and enter the next room. Inside you'll see a shock-like and on the other side of it is the rubber armor. Kill the shock-like and break the rocks behind it to reveal the area containing the armor. The final part of the set, the rubber boots, are hidden within the Horon Lagoon cave.
To get the boots, you'll either have to build a boat or swim. Once you're in the water, follow Misko's markers on the walls until you get to an area with a piece of land in the middle, surrounded by spikes. Across the way are some rocks. Break them, revealing the chest the rubber boots are in. When worn together, the rubber armor gives you level 3 shock resistance, and when upgraded to level 2, it makes you lightning proof.
The Barbarian Armor comes after the rubber set. The Barbarian Helm is in the Robdra drop-off cave. Follow the gaze of the 3 stone statues through the cave. At the end, you'll reach a room with several statues sitting in front of 3 stone platforms. Go to the platform with 3 statues and use Ascend in front of them to get to the room where the helm is located. The Barbarian Armor is next, which is found within the Crenell Hill cave. Go in and make a left. Misko's markers will be pointing across the room where you can see a luminous stone blocking the opening. Look out for the tallest in the center of the room. It can be easily avoided. Break the luminous stone and the armor is yours for the taking. With that done, it's time to grab the leg wraps. They can be found inside the Walnut Mountain Cave. It has 2 entrances. I'll show you the way in from the northeast side of the mountain. When you enter the cave, the path will split. Take the high road to the left. A boss Bako and his minions will be coming up, so make sure to prepare for that. Keep going straight until you come to an ice-like. Beyond the enemy is a chest containing the Barbarian leg wraps frozen in ice. Use a fire-based item to melt the ice and grab the armor. When worn together, the Barbarian set gives a level 3 attack up, and when the armor set is upgraded to level 2, it provides the set bonus charge attack stamina up. Moving on, we come to the Phantom set. The Phantom Helm is found in Puffer Beach Overhead Cave. You can find rockets to use to get into the cave on the ground near its entrance. Attach one to your shield and use it to ascend into the cave. Fight off the Horblins inside and enter the next chamber to find the helm.
From here, it's on to the Phantom Armor. This part of the set is located in the Tamio River downstream cave. Head inside and use a couple well-aimed arrows to shoot down the Horblins on the ceiling so they fall into the water.
From there, you'll see an opening with 2 luminous stones. Take that path and enter the next area. Misko's markers will be pointing to a ledge on the other side of the room. Pay attention here, as a gloom spawn will be waiting for you at the bottom. You can ignore it or defeat it. If you choose to kill it, Phantom Ganon will appear. Take him out and then proceed to the armor. You can climb the ledge to the top or you can go around back and break the rocks to get to the chest. The Phantom Greaves completes the set. They are found beneath the sands of the Gerudo Desert in the ancient altar ruins. Dive down into this patch of quicksand and fall through, bringing you straight to the Phantom Greaves. Each piece of the Phantom set adds an attack up effect, and it creeps people out when you wear it. Sadly, the Phantom Armor cannot be upgraded. Going forward, we have the Frostbite outfit. The Frostbite headdress can be found in the Lake Kilsea cave. When you enter the cave, you'll encounter a Horblin. Kill or ignore it. The headdress can be found in a room to the right. Jump into the wind tunnel and pull your paraglider to reach the passage leading to the headdress. Break the rock blocking it and you're in. The Frostbite shirt is found in Brightcap Cave. The main path will lead you straight to the chest containing the shirt. Just kill the enemies as you make your way through the cave, and you'll eventually come to Misko's chest, blocked by a set of thorns. Destroy them or jump over them to get to the chest containing the Frostbite shirt. The final part of the set, the Frostbite trousers, reside within the Hebra Headspring Cave.
The trousers are in a small opening on the right side of the cave. There will be 2 ice keys flying around it. Kill them and then you can make your way up.
Together, the Frostbite set grants a level 3 cold weather attack, causing the final swing of a combo and charge attacks to produce an ice effect while in cold weather. When the set is upgraded to level 2, it gains the set bonus cold weather charge. Following the Frostbite outfit is the Ember set. The Ember headdress is located in the Yonobo Ko HQ South Cave. At this point in your adventure, you should be used to Horblins being in caves. Kill them and then you'll need to cross the lava to get to the headdress on the other side. You can build a vehicle with Zonaite parts or bust the boulders blocking the room to your right to find a pre-built car inside it. Use a vehicle to cross the lava and open the chest. The next portion of the outfit is the Ember shirt. This piece of armor has a side quest that you can get at the end leading to the Tunic of Awakening. We'll get to that after the Ember set. Just remember to grab the quest on your way out. Now then, the Ember shirt is inside the Gorambi River cave.
Upon entering, a Horblin will block the path forward. Kill it and then navigate the lava to the back of the cave. You'll eventually cross some lava and see a fire like on the other side. After taking it down, use the rocks floating in the lava to reach the next area where you'll find the Ember shirt in a room ahead. You can see it on the right hand side as you get out of the lava. Climb up the ledge and you can find the chest, and to the left of that is another room. A door will open after you get the shirt, revealing a stone slab. It'll give you the quest I mentioned earlier. Go to it and read it to receive the side quest Misko's Treasure of Awakening 1.
Save this for later. I'll return to it right after we go over where to find the Ember trousers. The trousers have a separate mission called Misko's Cave of Chests, and they unlock a few other quests when discovered. One is tied to the Fierce Deity set, and the other 3 are related to Tingle's outfit. The first thing to do is pick up Misko's Cave of Chests, which can be acquired by speaking with Domadak and Prisson in front of Cephla Lake Cave. The pair are looking for Misko's treasure. They know he hid something in this cave, however they couldn't find anything but chests containing green rupees. Normally if you wanted to find the chest quickly, you'd feed the dog at the camp and it would lead you to the treasure. However, you have me for that. Walk into the cave and use Ultra Hand on this exact chest which contains the Ember trousers. Domadak and Prisson will then come into the cave to further investigate what's inside the chest you found the trousers in. Oddly enough, the chest also contains a letter in a bottle. After the discovery, the quest for Misko's Cave of Chests will be completed. Before I cover the other side quests offered after this, let's go over the Ember set. The 3 parts of the outfit each add Hot Weather attack, and when upgraded to level 2, the set bonus gives Hot Weather charge. With that out of the way, you can now read the message in the bottle to get the quest Misko's Treasure, the Fierce Deity, which will point you to all of the pieces of the Fierce Deity armor. You can obtain 3 additional quests by speaking with Domadak and Prisson at their camp located in front. Talk to them to get the quests attached to Tingle's set. Okay, it's on to Misko's Awakening questline. The first side quest connected to the Of Awakening set is Misko's Treasure of Awakening 1. It can be found by reading a stone inside the Gorambi River cave after acquiring the Ember shirt. The first piece of the set Misko wants you to find is a Tunic of Awakening. It can be found inside the Ancient Columns cave under the Ancient Columns in the Tabantha frontier, but the entrance is locked. Step on the switch on the top of this column to open the door blocking access to the cave.
Now go in and get the chest.
After you've collected the tunic, read the next stone which will give you the second quest, Misko's Treasure of Awakening 2, which will lead you to the Colosseum ruins on a hunt for the Trousers of Awakening.
A Thunder Gleeok guards the Colosseum. Kill or run past it. After that, go to the back of the Colosseum where you'll see 2 knight statues standing in front of the entrance to the cave containing the tunic. Use Ultra Hand to place a claymore in the hands of the knight statue on the right. This will open a secret passage into the Colosseum ruins cave where the trousers can be found, along with the next side quest, Misko's Treasure of Awakening 3.
The last part of the set, the Mask of Awakening, is located inside the Thunder Plateau cave. However, the cave is blocked off like the other 2 before it. To unlock the door, you must connect the shadows of the north and south statues at the Thunder Plateau. Do this by using Ultra Hand to build an object allowing their shadows to touch. I used the trees around the area and then finished it with auto build to create something long enough to rest on both statues. Now build a campfire and wait until noon so that the statue casts a shadow correctly, which will unlock the door allowing you to get the mask. At base, the set doesn't provide any added benefits besides defense, but when it's upgraded to level 2 and worn together, it gives you the bonus Attack Up. You can also acquire the armor from scanning the Link's Awakening Link amiibo. After the Awakening outfit is the Fierce Deity Armor. The quest I mentioned before, Misko's Treasure, the Fierce Deity, can be picked up after completing the side quest Misko's Cave of Chests. The letter that gives you the quest is found inside the chest that contains the Ember trousers. The letter points you to all 3 armor pieces. The helm can be found within Skull Lake Cave. The entrance is on top of the right eye of the skull. Dive into the cave and you'll find it infested by stall enemies. Kill them off and keep pushing forward until you get to a ledge. On top are some rocks you must break to get to the room containing the mask. Break the boulders and you'll come into a room with some stall enemies, including a Stallnox. Handle them and climb up the mound in the center of the room to get the chest containing the Fierce Deity mask. Following the mask is the Fierce Deity Armor. It is found under the Akala Citadel ruins inside the Akala Citadel ruins summit cave. To get in, go to the top of the west corner of the Citadel ruins and you will find a small hole in one of the walls. Crouch and crawl inside to find the opening to the summit cave. Drop down and the armor is yours. The last piece to find in the set are the Fierce Deity boots. They are hidden away in the ancient tree stump cave. Cross the bridge to the ancient tree stump and jump into the cave. Facing north, drop down to the water. Turn around and go south. You'll see tree roots leading across the water to an opening covered by vines. Break through the vines and head in. When you get to the back of the path, you'll want to start climbing. You can also use Ascend here. As you climb, you'll see Misko's markers. Keep following them until you get to an opening with a tree root growing out of it. This is where the boots are. Climb up to find a space with vines covering it. Break them and the boots are up for the taking. To finish the side quest Misko's Treasure, the Fierce Deity, return to Cephala Lake Cave and stand in front of the Zonaite ruins while wearing the Fierce Deity set. This will unlock a secret passage leading to the Fierce Deity Sword, an essential item to completing the look. Each part of the Fierce Deity armor comes with an attack up effect, and when upgraded to level 2, it grants the set bonus Charge Attack Stamina Up. One last thing I'd like to mention is all items in the Fierce Deity set, including the sword, can be gathered by scanning the Majora's Mask Link amiibo. The last bit of Misko's armor to find is Tingle's set. To get the quests attached to the collection, you must finish Misko's Cave of Chests. After that, you can talk to Domodak in prison near Cephala Lake Cave. They will give you 3 side quests tied to the outfit. The first one we'll take on is Misko's Treasure, Heroine's Manuscript. Tingle's hood is hidden within the 8th Heroine statue in the Gerudo Highlands. Go to the statue and you'll find that a giant crystal has revealed itself on its chest, and a locked door has appeared where the statue's face once was. You must use the sun's power to activate the crystal, unlocking the door. Use a mirror to reflect the sun onto the crystal. If you don't have one, you can find a Zonai mirror part in a chest on a ledge close to the statue. To help speed things up, make a campfire and wait until noon if you have to. This is the perfect time of day to catch the sun at the right angle to activate the switch, although it can be done at any point the sun is shining on this location. Go inside and you'll find several Gibdo. Take them out and go up to where the chest is. This one is covered in sand. Use a fan to clear it and grab the hood from the chest. Now for Tingle's shirt, which is found in the Dueling Peaks South Cave. Dueling Peaks has 2 related caves. The pattern in the Dueling Peaks North Cave is the key to unlocking the door leading to Tingle's shirt inside the Dueling Peaks South Cave. Go into the North Cave and snap a photo of the pattern, or skip all of that and follow my guide. Now go to the Dueling Peaks South Cave. You'll be greeted by a like. Kill it and climb up the wall straight ahead. Once you make it to the top, head into the next room. Use the rocks to match the pattern from the North Cave by placing them on the pressure plates. This will unlock the door, allowing you to grab Tingle's shirt. The final part of the armor, Tingle's tights, are attached to the side quest Misko's Treasure Pirate Manuscript. The pants are on a pirate ship inside the Cape Kale's cliff base cave. Build a boat to get to it. Once you're at the entrance, press down on the D-pad to whistle, solving the riddle and unlocking the door. Once inside, get onto the ship and eliminate the enemies on board. After that, the chest can be found on the main deck behind some wooden boxes. Tingle's outfit can't be upgraded, but comes with a set bonus night speed up, increasing your movement speed at night. And oddly enough, wearing it makes other Hylians uneasy. We've made it to the final stretch. It's now time to explore the armor hidden below Hyrule in the depths. I'll begin by reviewing the armor you can purchase from the Bargainer statues. There are 7 Bargainer statues that can be found in the game. At each one of them, you can exchange pose for items. To access all of the items the statues offer, you must locate each and every one of them. As you find and activate Bargainer statues, their inventory will expand. The first Bargainer statue you will likely encounter is the small one on the surface at Lookout Landing. It sits right next to where Joshua conducts her research.
Speak with it and offer it a Poe. It'll give you a dark clump in return. Now you'll be able to purchase the statue's base inventory, which includes the Dark Tunic. You can also pay the statue to show you the location of its brethren, starting with 10 Poes for the first one and 100 Poes for each map marker after that. Luckily, you have this guide, so you won't have to spend any Poes to find them. Here's the complete map of bargainer statues in the game. Activating the second bargainer statue unlocks the Tunic of the Depths. Number 3 gives you the Dark Trousers. 4 are the Gaiters of the Depths. 5 is the Dark Hood. 6 gives you the Hood of the Depths. And finally, number 7 gives you the Tunic of Memories. Of course, it would be too easy if you only had to find the statues. One of them required to unlock everything the bargainers have to offer is deactivated. A side adventure called A Call from the Depths must be finished to bring the statue back online. To get the adventure, go to the front entrance of the Great Plateau, where you'll find breakable rocks. Destroy the stones and it will drain the water filling the entryway of the Great Plateau. Go through and you'll see a small bargainer statue straight ahead. Speak with it and it will tell you to meet it at the statue of the goddess Hylia inside the Temple of Time ruins. Talk to the goddess statue and it will give you the side adventure A Call from the Depths. The statue needs you to return its 4 eyes to its main body in the depths under the great abandoned central mine. The quest will give you markers to follow on your map. Go to each of the 4 locations on the Great Plateau and use Ultra Hand to return the bargainer's eyes to it in the depths. Once you have brought all 4 eyes back to the statue, you'll receive your choice of a heart or stamina vessel, finishing the quest. Activating this statue and the 6 others will give you access to the final piece of armor offered by the bargainers, the Tunic of Memories. The spreadsheet below will list the stats for the unique items sold by the bargainers as well as the replacement armor you can get. Following the statues, you can find various armor sets scattered across the depths. The following 27 pieces of armor have old maps attached to them. The game has 31 old maps in total. The remaining 4 old maps lead to weapons that I'll cover at the end of each of the sets they go with. If you're interested in 100%ing the game, the location for each of the chests containing an old map will be shown right before going over the armor it is connected to. If you're only here for the armor locations, feel free to skip to that. The Miner Armor is the first one that has old maps tied to it that I'll cover. Old map number 1, which reveals the location of the Miner's Mask, can be found on a Flux Construct level 1 on the Rising Island chain. Use Ultra Hand to detach it from its shoulder or break the construct apart to get the chest containing old map number 1. The Miner's Mask is located in a chest at the center of the abandoned Korok mine. Old map number 2 shows the location of the Miner's Top, which can be found on an island in the West Hebra Sky Archipelago. The Miner's Top is located at the Daphnis Canyon Mine. Old map number 3 leads to the Miner's Trousers and can be found on top of a flux construct in the West Hebra Sky Archipelago. Take the chest from the construct and it will lead you to the Miner's Trousers, which can be found at the Hylia Canyon Mine.
Each part of the miner set makes you glow, and when upgraded to level 2, the armor gives you the bonus Shining Steps.
Moving on brings us to Majora's Mask. Old map number 4, which points to the mask, can be found on an island in the North Gerudo Sky Archipelago. Getting the map reveals that Majora's Mask is inside what is known as the Floating Colosseum. To unlock the chest containing the mask, defeat the 5 Lynels the Colosseum throws at you. Majora's Mask comes with a defense stat of 1 and works as a disguise with most enemy types. Now we come to Sheik's Mask. Old map number 5, leading the way to the mask, can be found dangling from a vine on an island in the South Hyrule Sky Archipelago. The chest points to the Gerudo Desert Colosseum, where you'll have to face 5 waves of Horblins to gain access to the chest. Sheik's Mask comes with a base defense stat of 2, which can be fully upgraded to 16, and has the added effect Stealth Up. This item can also be acquired by scanning the Super Smash Bros. Sheik amiibo. Let's move on to the Korok Mask. Old map number 6 is on an island in the North Hyrule Sky Archipelago. This one points to the Forest Coliseum, where you'll find 2 Yiga clan members that have hijacked the chest and set up an ambush, unleashing a black Hinox on you once you're in position. Defeat the Hinox to unlock the chest, giving you the mask. The Korok Mask comes with a defense of 1 and can't be upgraded. Though it's not useless, it does come with the ability to detect Koroks that are nearby by shaking when you're close to one. Zant's helmet is the next piece of armor to find. Old map number 7, revealing the helmet, can be found hanging from an island on the South Lanayru Sky Archipelago. The map will send you to the Scorching Coliseum, where you can discover Zant's helmet. Fight off 5 waves of moblins to unlock the chest containing the helmet. Zant's helmet has a defense stat of 3, and it makes you unfreezable. Now for Ravio's hood. Old map number 8, tied to the hood, is attached to a vine on an island in the East Hebra Sky Archipelago. It marks this secluded coliseum as a location of Ravio's hood. You will need to take out 5 waves of Lizalfos to unlock the chest holding the item. Ravio's hood comes with a defense stat of 2, and wearing it increases your sideways climbing speed. Midna's helmet is up next. Old map number 9 is located on a sky island hanging around the South Lanayru Sky Archipelago. It leads to the Lone Island Coliseum, where you can find Midna's helmet. Fight through 5 waves of Bakos to unlock the chest holding the armor. Midna's helmet comes with a defense stat of 7 and provides level 1 gloom resistance. After Midna's helmet is the Of the Hero set. The cap of the hero is tied to old map number 10, which is found on the shoulder of a Flux Construct level 2 on an island in the South Hyrule Sky Archipelago. The map will lead you to Tough Canyon Mine, where you can find the cap. The hero's tunic is next, and is connected to old map number 11. It is found hanging from an island in the South Hyrule Sky Archipelago. When you get to the island, use Ultra Hand on the terminal to move the structure the chest is on so you can grab it. The old map marks a spot at Dueling Canyon Mine where the tunic can be located. After that are the trousers of the hero. Their location is revealed by getting old map number 12 from a luminous island in the South Hyrule Sky Archipelago. The map points to Corvash Canyon Mine where you can find the trousers. The last item you'll need to complete the look is the Sword of the Hero. Old map number 13 will lead the way. You can find the map on an island in the East Gerudo Sky Archipelago. The map shows Delight Grove as the location of the chest containing the Sword of the Hero. At base, the hero set gives 9 points in defense, and when it's upgraded to level 2, it will give the set bonus attack up. All of these items can also be obtained by scanning the 8-bit Link amiibo. On to the Of Time outfit. The Cap of Time is the first piece of the set we'll get. Old map number 14 points to its location in the depths. You can find the old map on an island in the central Hyrule Sky Archipelago. The map shows that the chest containing the Cap of Time rests at the Strenita Lava Falls. Following the cap is the Tunic of Time. This one is tied to old map 15, which is dangling from a vine on an island in the North Necluda Sky Archipelago. The map leads to Lindor Canyon Mine, where you can find the Tunic of Time. The next part of the outfit are the Trousers of Time. Old map number 16 leads the way. You can find the map on an island in the North Necluda Sky Archipelago. Use a terminal to move the island so that you can easily grab the chest. Opening it reveals that the Trousers of Time are located in the Gerudo Canyon Mine. Finally, you can complete the Hero of Time look by picking up the Big Goron sword. Old map number 17 shows its location. The map is on an island in the South Elden Sky Archipelago. It leads to the Akala House of Bones, where you can find the big Goron sword locked away. You can gain entrance to the House of Bones via the left eye of Skull Lake or through a path found in the depths. Kill the stall enemies in the House of Bones to unlock the chest. When worn together, the Of Time set comes with a base defense of 9. When it's upgraded to level 2, it'll give the set bonus attack up.
All of these items can also be obtained by scanning either the Ocarina of Time Link or Super Smash Bros. Young Link amiibo.
Only 5 more sets to find in the depths. Now we're after the Of Wind outfit. The location of the Cap of Wind can be revealed by finding Old Map 18. The map is found on a small chunk of Wellspring Island near the Water Temple. The map shows that the Cap of Wind is located below Davdi Island. The entrance to this part of the depths can be found on Tingle Island. Next up is a Tunic of Wind. Old Map 19 shows where it's located. You can find the map on a sky island in the Lanayru Sky Archipelago. Getting the map shows that the Tunic of Wind can be picked up in the Kuho Canyon Mine. Alright, it's time to get the Trousers of Wind. Old Map 20 is the one that shows its location. It's found on Wellspring Island, hidden under sludge.
It leads to the end of Crescia Pit Mine, where you can find the chest containing the trousers.
To finish the Of the Wind set, you'll need 2 more items. One is the Seabreeze Boomerang. This weapon is connected to Old Map 21. The map is found on an island in the Necluda Sky Archipelago. It leads to the Hebra Canyon Mine, where you can find the B-Ring. The last item you'll need to complete the Hero of Wind set is the Seabreeze Shield. The shield's location is revealed by Old Map number 22. You can find it on an island in the Necluda Sky Archipelago. Follow the old map to Tabble Grove, where you can get the Seabreeze Shield. Worn together, the Hero of Wind set has a base defense stat of 9, and when upgraded to level 2, it gives you the set bonus Attack Up. The Hero of Wind set and Seabreeze Boomerang is dropped by both the Toon Smash Bros. Link and Wind Waker Link amiibo, while the Wind Waker Link Zelda amiibo can drop the Seabreeze Shield. After that is the Twilight set. The Cap of Twilight is tied to Old Map 23, which is on a flux construct in the North Akala Sky Archipelago. The chest containing the cap is within the Gleeok Den under Typhlo Ruins in the depths. You must kill the King Gleeok inhabiting the den to unlock the chest. Good luck. Old Map 24, which leads to the Tunic of Twilight, can be found on a Flux Construct level 2 in the Sokala Sky Archipelago.
The map points to Wrist Mine, where the chest holding the tunic can be found.
Old Map 25 marks the location of the Trousers of Twilight. It's on an island close to the Lome Sky Labyrinth in the North Akala Sky Archipelago. It shows that the trousers are in a chest in the ancient underground fortress. Oddly enough, the weapons for this set do not have old maps and are not in the depths. Instead, you can find the first of the two, the Dusk Bow, resting at the top of Hyrule Castle inside a destroyed portion of its central spire. For reference, it's directly above the Sanctum.
After that is the Dusk Claymore, which you can get from a secret compartment under Typhlo Ruins. You must finish 4 side adventures in the Investigate the Typhlo Ruins adventure line to unlock it. While it only takes clearing 1 temple to get Investigate the Typhlo Ruins, I advise conquering the first 4 before attempting to start it, as the adventure is linked to the sages' avatars. Once that is accomplished, you can go to Typhlo and talk to Kazul to start the quest line. This will reveal 4 monoliths. These stone slabs give the adventures required to get the Claymore. The first has to do with Tolan. A giant bird statue with several dragons in front of it is directly on the other side of the stone slabs. Use Tolan's power to send a gust of wind towards the bird statue, revealing a secret compartment with a chest. Open it and it will bring the adventure to a close. Keep in mind you need to get the chest for all of them. The second slab will send you to the west side of the ruins. The stone wants you to use Yonobo's ability between these 2 dragons. Do so and another compartment will reveal itself. Grab the chest.
The third stone has to do with Sidon. Go to the northwest corner of Typhlo where you can find 6 dragon heads. Activate Sidon's power of water and charge up a spin attack, making sure to release it in the center of the dragons, showing the next compartment and chest. The fourth one sends you to the east side of the ruins. You'll need to use Rejuice power to put down a lightning strike on the tail end of a stone dragon, which will open up a compartment. When you've done all of the side adventures, a new area will emerge from the ground leading under Typhlo.
This is where you can find the Dust Claymore. Remember to read the stone slab on the other side of the room to wrap up Investigate the Typhlo ruins.
And with that, you now have all of the items of the Twilight set. Together, the cap, tunic, and trousers of Twilight give you a combined base defense stat of 9, and when upgraded to level 2, it grants the set bonus attack up. All of the items tied to the Twilight set drop from Amiibo. The cap, tunic, and trousers come from the Super Smash Bros. Link Amiibo and the Twilight Princess Link Amiibo. You can get the Dust Claymore by scanning the Super Smash Bros. Ganondorf Amiibo and the Dust Bow from the Super Smash Bros. Zelda Amiibo. The Of the Sky outfit is the following set we'll go over. The location of the Cap of the Sky can be revealed by gathering Old Map 26. The map is on a Flux Construct level 3 in the Thunderhead Isles. It points to a hollowed out tree stump in Retsim Grove where you can find the cap. Old Map 27 marks where the Tunic of the Sky is. You can find the map hanging from a vine on an island in the West Necluda Sky Archipelago. This map leads to a hollowed out tree stump in Minish Grove where the Tunic of the Sky is found.
Old Map 28 reveals the next piece of the Sky set, the Trousers of the Sky. The map is located on the Thunderhead Isles. The chest is inside a structure you must unlock by using the lightning rod inside. You can break the rocks on top, allowing lightning to strike the rod from above, opening the door to the map. Or you can speed things up by using a lightning-based item on the switch, which will have the same effect. The map highlights Crenelle Canyon Mine as the location of the Trousers of the Sky.
You'll also want to acquire the White Sword of the Sky to complete the look. To do this, go to the Mother Goddess statue in the Forgotten Temple and examine it. Because of the upheaval, the statue has fallen over. You'll need to go to each of the goddess statues at the Sacred Springs and complete the quests they give, restoring the Mother Goddess statue little by little. Each of the statues at the springs will provide you with a quest where you'll need to offer a dragon claw to them. The Spring of Power requires one from Dinral's claw. The Spring of Wisdom needs one from Nadra's claw, and the Spring of Courage takes a claw from Farosh.
All of the dragons can be found flying around Hyrule and in the depths. Here's a map of their routes.
When you finish the last spring, you'll get the side quest, the Mother Goddess statue. Return to the Forgotten Temple, and the Mother statue will give you the White Sword of the Sky as a gift. Okay, back to the armor. Worn together, the Hero of the Sky set has a base defense stat of 9, and when upgraded to level 2, it gives you the set bonus attack up. All of the items in the set, including the sword, can be dropped by the Skyward Sword Link Amiibo.
The next dusty outfit to go over is the Of the Wild set.
Old Map 29 marks the Cap of Wild's location. The map is hanging from an island in the Tabantha Sky Archipelago. It leads to the Hebra Dark Skeleton where the Cap of the Wild is found. After that is the Tunic of the Wild. Its location is highlighted by finding Old Map 30. The map is on an island in the North Tabantha Sky Archipelago. You'll need to lift it out of the water using Ultra Hand. This map points to the Gerudo Dark Skeleton where the Tunic of the Wild can be uncovered. Finally, we come to the Trousers of the Wild. They are associated with Old Map 31, which you can get from a chest on an island in the Tabantha Sky Archipelago. The chest marks the Elden Dark Skeleton as the location of the Trousers of the Wild.
At base, the Wild set gives 12 points in defense, and when it's upgraded to level 2, it gives the set bonus attack up.
The very last outfit you can find in the depths is the Evil Spirit Armor. Each set piece is under one of the 3 giant labyrinths in Hyrule. To gain access to the parts of armor, you'll need to complete 3 different side quests, each giving you a portion of the collection. To get the first part of the set, the Evil Spirit Mask, you must gather and finish the side quest, the South Lome Prophecy. To get the quest, make your way to the South Lome Labyrinth and go to its center. You can take the long way and follow the trail of acorns leading through the labyrinth, or you can take the cheese route and save some time. Once you get to the center of the labyrinth, you'll find a Zonaite terminal. This is where you get the side quest, South Lome Prophecy. The quest will send you into the sky to the South Lome Castle to attempt a test of wisdom. At the castle's front gate is another Zonaite terminal. Activate it to bring down the main door. Inside is a maze. The objective is to activate all 4 terminals to move on to the next part of the prophecy. The maze has a constant gust of wind coming from below. You might think you need to use your paraglider to get around, but you'd be wrong. Enter Link's free-falling state. The wind will keep you in the air like jumping into a wind tunnel. The maze is fairly straightforward. With the quest open, use your map to navigate to the 4 highlighted locations and activate the terminals. After you've got them all, another terminal will appear on top of the maze. Go to the location highlighted by your map and activate the final terminal. This will open a doorway inside the South Lome Labyrinth on the surface that leads to the South Lome Depths Labyrinth. The Evil Spirit Mask can be found here, but only after finishing the side quest. Go down into the South Lome Depths Labyrinth where you'll find a Flux Construct level 3 waiting. Destroy the construct and activate the last terminal, lifting a secret compartment containing the mask. To get the second part of the set, the Evil Spirit Armor, you must collect and complete the side quest, the Lome Labyrinth Island Prophecy. To grab the quest, go to Lome Labyrinth Island and reach its center. Like before, you can take the long way and follow the trail of Chickaloo nuts leading through the labyrinth, or you can take the easy route. Once you get to the center of the labyrinth, you'll find a Zonaite terminal. It'll give you the side quest, the Lome Labyrinth Island Prophecy, sending you into the sky to the Lome Sky Labyrinth to complete a test of wisdom. At the labyrinth's front entrance is a Zonaite terminal. Activate it to bring down the main door. Inside is a maze. Activate all 4 terminals hidden in the maze to move on to the next part of the prophecy. With the quest active, open your map and go to the 4 highlighted areas and activate the terminals. After you've got them all, another terminal will appear on top of the maze. Go to the location highlighted by your map and trigger the terminal. This will open a doorway inside the Lome Labyrinth Island on the surface that leads to the Lome Depths Labyrinth. Go into the Lome Depths Labyrinth where you will find a Flux Construct level 3. Destroy the construct and activate the final terminal, lifting a compartment containing the Evil Spirit Armor. The third part of the set, the Evil Spirit Greaves, comes from the side quest, the North Lome Prophecy. You can get the quest at the center of the North Lome Labyrinth. Once again, you can either take the long way and follow the trail of Hylian pine cones leading through the labyrinth, or you can take the faster route. When you reach the center of the labyrinth, touch the terminal to get the side quest, the North Lome Prophecy. Now fly to the North Lome Castle where you'll find another Zonaite terminal at the entrance. Activate it to bring down the doors. Like the other 2, activate the 4 terminals. After you've got them all, a terminal will appear on top of the maze. Go to it and it will open a doorway inside the North Lome Labyrinth on the surface that leads to the North Lome Depths Labyrinth. Go into the North Lome Depths Labyrinth and destroy the Flux Construct level 3. Now activate the next terminal, revealing the Greaves. The Evil Spirit set gives you level 3 stealth up when worn together, and the set bonus grants you 2 things. One is a disguise allowing you to blend in with stall enemies, and the other is bone weapon proficiency, increasing the attack power of bone type weapons. Sadly, it cannot be upgraded. The final piece of armor that I'll cover today is the Ancient Heroes aspect. You can get it by completing all 152 shrines in the game. Once you've finished the last shrine, a chest will appear inside the Temple of Time on the Great Sky Island. Go to the temple and open the chest to receive the Ancient Heroes aspect. Here's a map of all of the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. I'll be releasing a guide covering all of the shrine locations and how to complete them soon. The video will be linked to the card above once it's uploaded. The Ancient Heroes aspect comes with a base defense of 12 that can later be maxed out at 84. When the armor is upgraded to level 2, it provides the bonus Master Sword Beam Up, increasing the damage dealt by the Master Sword's beam attack. A decent perk for completing all 152 shrines in the game. With all of the outfits in the game gathered, let's go over how to upgrade them so you can bring down the Demon King. Armor can be upgraded by the 4 great fairies that live in Hyrule. Because of the upheaval, the fairies have hidden away in their flower buds and will only come out if they hear their favorite music. Earlier in the video, I explained how to unlock the Great Fairy Terra, but I'll cover it again for those that skip to this point. The first thing you must do is begin the adventure line for the Great Fairies. This can be done by getting the side adventure Potential Princess Sightings, which will open up the first adventure in the line, Serenade to a Great Fairy. After acquiring Potential Princess Sightings, you can travel to the Woodland Stable, where you'll find Pen and Mastro. Converse with them to get Serenade to a Great Fairy. Zelda spooked Terra into her flower bud. Mastro attempted to check on Terra, but his wagon was intercepted by Zelda, who scared his horse, causing his wagon Breezer to break. Fix Breezer, and then attach a horse with a harness or a vehicle of your choice to it. Now talk to Mastro once more to give him a ride to the Great Fairy. The musicians will play their music, bringing Terra out of hiding. You will now have access to level 1 upgrades for your armor. After that, the other 3 side adventures involving the fairies will open up. Mastro wants to reunite his musical troupe, the Stable Trotters, and play music for the remaining Great Fairies. The next 3 can be unlocked in any order. Go around to the stables listed above and finish the side adventures Mastro gives. Serenade to Mija is next. You can get the adventure by talking to Mastro at the Snowfield stable. He needs to locate a member of the Stable Trotters named Eustace. The Great Fairy Mija is rather fond of the timbre of his horn. You can find Eustace on the other side of the map in a pit close to Piper Ridge in Tabantha. He fell into the pit and can't get out. On top of that, he won't leave without his wagon, so you must build a flying machine to get him and the wagon out of the pit. Build it and load Eustace into the wagon and take off. Once he's saved, he will meet up with the Stable Trotters back at the Snowfield stable. Return there and talk to Mastro. Eustace is back, but they have another problem. It's too cold to travel up to Mija without a roof on Breezer. Use the wood next to the stable and build a roof for the wagon.
With that accomplished, bring the troop up to Mija, revealing the second Great Fairy.
Third is Serenade to Cece. You can get the adventure from Mastro at the Outskirts stable. Cece loves the sound of Piper's flute, an old member of the Trotters. Go out and find Piper and bring them back. The flutist is found in a tree near the Highland stable. Piper won't return to the troop until he's fulfilled a promise he made to a girl named Hate. Naturally, Piper needs your help. He told Hate he will show her a glowing tree. He tried to do this with fire and failed. Now he wants to try fireflies instead. Luckily, he's done the heavy lifting and only needs 10 more sunset fireflies for Hate's surprise. Go and collect 10 sunset fireflies and return them to Piper. You can find a bunch north of the stable in the Faron Woods. When Piper has the fireflies, he'll ask you to do one last thing. Go to the stable and bring Hate to the tree on a clear night. Do this and enjoy the cutscene. With that done, Piper will meet with the Trotters at the Outskirts stable. Return to Mastro and help them get to Cece. The road leading to the Great Fairy is too rough for a horse to go over. So this time you'll have to build a vehicle to get the musicians to the ferry. You can find a broken down car close by. Repair it and attach it to Breezer. Load up the troop and take them to the Great Fairy. Now you can boost your armor to level 3. The last side adventure is Serenade to Kotera, which you can snag at the Dueling Peak stable. Mastro is looking for a member of the Trotters named Beats. Just like the last two, it's up to you to find him. He's playing his drum near Lake Sela up the road from the stable close to Kakariko Village. Beats has been looking for courser bee honey to make honey crepes to give to Mastro. He needs 3 combs of honey. If you have some on hand, give it to him, but if you don't, you can find some near the East Hill Chasm. Once Beats has his honey, he will reunite with the Stable Trotters at Dueling Peak Stable. Of course, you're not done. Mastro needs your assistance to get to the Great Ferry again. The bridge has gone out, making it difficult to get to Kotera. Build a boat or a flying machine and escort the troop across the Squabble River to Kotera, opening the 4th Great Ferry. And with that, you can max out your armor to level 4 at any of the fairy fountains. All materials required for upgrading your outfits and where to farm them are in the spreadsheet below. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. That concludes Fantastic Armor: The Crimes of Ganondorf. You should now have all of the armor in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to my channel for more Zelda guides, lore, and countdown videos. Again, the spreadsheet below includes everything in today's video and more. Please remember to leave a like on your way out and let me know your favorite set of armor in Tears of the Kingdom. Before I go, I want to thank my friends, family, and all of you who have supported me over the years. Have a wonderful day. RMFH out.